special shout out to ESPN's First Take, Carry Champions, Get Bills, and CBS, which I have the utmost respect for all three of you guys. I love watching you guys every day, breaking down all the big sports headlines. But this is my take from last night's Super Bowl 49, Glendale, Arizona, Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots. Going into Super Bowl week, I thought to myself, yeah, Seattle, they ride into Arizona days before. I think, they got like the feel of that, and we like, well prepared and go into the game, something like that. They just gonna walk into Arizona and walk out of Arizona as two-time Super Bowl champions. But ever since last year, how Seattle, how they won their only Super Bowl by fluke, and I sit there and goes, why is this last year's Seattle Seahawks how they won their very first Super Bowl? It feels like these guys been in the NFL for 5-10 years apiece. And they have experience and all that. They've been to the big dance and all that. But all these guys have still like the Dance, the Wilsons, the Curses, the Baldwins. I feel like these guys have been in the NFL for 5-10 years apiece. I feel like they have years and years of experience, but they're all a bunch of young rookies. They're like, oh yeah, we won our first Super Bowl last year. Let's do it again. But going into the Super Bowl last night against I thought to myself, man, that is going to be a dogfight. The first half of the game, Tom Brady got picked off on that interception from Jeremy Lane, who got injured. Never really through the first half, but New England kept pouring on. But the way how New England plays, and I love watching the Patriots play football every time. They play the game with class, with dignity. And I know Skip and Steven A. Smith from the ESPN's First Take are probably watching this news, and they will probably agree with me, because New England, the way they play with class, they play with dignity. They don't just throw their baby around and get all cocky and arrogant and lose the game. Going into the second half, Seattle, they kept on pouring on. Yeah, they kept fighting on. They kept showing how dominant they want to become a second two-time Super Bowl champions. And in New England, they kept on pouring it back. It was like a chess match, back and forth, see which team can outsmart the other. As we got into the third quarter, Seattle was leading, and I said to myself, Seattle's going to win this game. Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl. And I was like, there's no way in hell New England's not going to allow a repeat from years and years past the Super Bowl. Unlike that famous Super Bowl cash by New York Giants former New York Giants David told me that one-hand spike we had the ball attached to his helmet, and he just went for a jump ball. But I gotta say that was the middle of the third quarter, that play that Javon Curse came out for his ridiculous catch, and he was it was like a juggling catch, and I was like, oh my god, I thought he could have just walked straight in. And that camera shot on Tom Brady, just that look at Tom Brady's face, he was just he couldn't believe it. I thought oh my god, this is gonna a repeat. But it was fourth quarter, 28-24, New England had the lead, and they kept on pouring it on. It was about 12 seconds left in the game, and I thought New England was going to do everything in their power to win Super Bowl number 4. That was my like 10 seconds first order Seattle. He gets into a little brouhaha, a little fight. I think it was with Gronk, and he throws a punch, and he gets ejected. And I said to you guys a couple hours back that the way how Seahawks play, and they play it very not with class, they play the game of arrogance. When they were down like a game or so in preseason or whatever, postseason or whatever, they get cocky, they get arrogant, and they throw it away around, and they feel like, oh yeah, we could just like cheat the win. And that's what shows Seahawks this year how they have to get the job done. They just can't. So if I'm Seattle Seahawks and they must have took their tail between the legs, flew back home to Seattle, kind of look themselves in the mirror and say, what happened? Why couldn't we get the job done? We look at Rich Sherman. He says, oh yeah, I'm the best shutdown corner of all time. Yeah, Rich Sherman, he wasn't the best shutdown corner. He didn't do a thing. He didn't do anything in the game last night. He wasn't being like an dominant Richard Sherman that he has been. But I gotta say, New England, Boston strong all the way. I respect the whole state of Boston and the New England Patriots. But I gotta say, New England Patriots, everything that they went through, the whole Deflategate, the AFC Championship game, now winning their fourth Super Bowl, life is pretty good. So, let me know what you guys thought of my first take of last night's Super Bowl.